stuck his camera through Rubino's open window, and Rubino pushed it away, and Maza responded by pepper spraying him right in the face. Talk about it.
Like, you stick your camera in his car and he pushes it away and you take out the pussy mace and you spray him. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
What up, it's Ahmadjay back here with another video. Today we're about to be reacting to a video by Atozi. Video's gonna be on Scumbag YouTuber sentence after getting RICO charges. What the hell could this lame nigga right here could have did to get RICO charges? Ain't like RICO charges like related to some type of gang affiliation, or am I tripping? I don't know. Guess we'll find out right here. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been watching the reaction videos. I really appreciate you. But let's get into it.
These are images I obtained from one of you guys of a YouTuber getting out of his trial, because this YouTuber just got sentenced after pepper spraying a random man who allegedly lost 80% of his vision. And this is all while the dude was claiming it was self-defense, and despite the surprise.
Whoa. What? I could just imagine that, getting pepper sprayed and losing 80% of your vision. That shit has to be scary. Hey, I already got my vision kind of like destroyed already, I guess, if you can say that. I do got 4 eyes, but just 80% of your vision just gone, and you're like low-key blind. That's fucking terrible.
Surprisingly light sentence, the judge added one condition that could actually completely derail the entire way the dude makes content. So if you guys don't remember, this guy is Richard Maza. He's a YouTuber who runs the channel called Freedom of the Press, and it's built around something called First Amendment auditing. And the actual legal concept.
Oh, okay, the sound's back. But the First Amendment auditing, these dudes piss me off so much. I used to like the video when I was like a little bit more immature about this content, but then when I learned what they do, it's just being a dickhead. Like, of course you can film in public, but then it's what they do, and then they start annoying people. They start antagonizing people. It draws parallels to like the nuisance streamers back in like 2023 when they were at their worst, and before all of them got banned. Bro, but like it draws so many parallels to what they do. They do this type of shit to get people angry and get content out of them. So I'm pretty sure I'm drawing parallels to this. He's probably one of those First Amendment auditors that like really do stuff to antagonize people, and then he probably ended up pepper spraying somebody. I'm pretty sure.
Cops or public officials. It's basically auditing the people who are in a position to restrict your rights if they overstep their authority. But what Maza and his group do, or did, however, I mean, that's a little bit different, because instead of just pointing a camera only at anyone with actual power, they set up outside places like grocery stores, fast food restaurants, shopping centers, and film completely random people going about their day.
I literally don't have depth perception. I'm disabled. So why are you filming a disabled cancer survivor?
Well, maybe I wish the cancer would have killed you. How about that?
Whoa.
Oh, that's what you're doing?
See what the fuck I mean? This is why I hate this type of content now. You saying you wish that cancer would have killed this guy? Anything for content these days. It doesn't really take away these type of auditors or whatever bullshit they even do.
Make sure you're recording.
I'm gonna leave this right here.
That's all right.
It's kind of just like, hey, let's harass these people for content, and if they react, we pepper spray them. That's essentially the kind of content he made. It was so insufferable to watch.
This for like
Pussy activity.
No, it is not.
Am I gonna be in something, or?
What would you like to be in?
Oh, nothing. Nothing, that's why.
Oh, you might.
For what reason? It's just out of curiosity.
Because of your curiosity. I'm working on a news story out here, and I didn't want to be interrupted, but you felt like interrupting me, so now you're going to be the star of the show.
No, I was just saying because you were
recording
image of my car.
Oh, which car was yours?
Because from all the content I watched, it seemed like
this draws parallels to, like, you know, how those streamers got the bodyguard to get in front of their face when they like caused the problem with the people that they kept annoying. These people go out, antagonize people, and then when they feel pushed into a corner, they take out the pussy mace and then fucking spray people. I'm not saying mace is bad, but it's bad in the hands of these type of people.
Like, his goal was to get someone so uncomfortable that they just reacted, because those reactions are what get the views for him.
What are you doing? No, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Is there a reason? Oh, you're weird.
Yeah, you gotta just walk away.
So back in March, that formula ended up with Maza following a guy named Paul Rubino, a maintenance worker, to his car outside of a Mountain View Costco. Maza stuck his camera through Rubino's open window, and Rubino pushed it away, and Maza responded by pepper spraying him right in the face. Talk about a disgusting overreaction. Like, he's the...
So that's the reason why it happened? I'm not surprised. This shit's terrible. Like, you stick your camera in his car and he pushes it away, and you take out the pussy mace and you spray him. Like, come on, bro. Like, jeez, man. Yeah, now I get why he's catching some charges. Like, this nigga does not need to have this. You using this as a weapon, bro. And then try to, it's self-defense when you stuck the camera in his car. Niggas like this just... Man, they need to just be shipped to the moon or something. Shipped to another fucking planet, bro.
one who's following the guy out and putting the guy under pressure, but when he pushes away the camera, he decides to pepper spray him. And it gets worse, because unfortunately Rubino ended up in medical trouble over this, and he described something close to total vision loss for over a week after this happened, and lingering issues even way after that. And Maza was then arrested and charged with 2 felonies. Rubino's attorney also filed a civil lawsuit not only just against Maza, but against 3 other creators who'd also been touring California together with Maza, doing the same type of content. And that group included Richard Troyan, a Canadian creator behind the channel called True North Transparency, along with a father-son duo, Conrad and Nick Rankin, who run Impact Media. All 4 of them had reportedly been moving around the Bay Area together in the days leading up to the Costco incident, stopping at multiple stores and public spots along the way to, I guess, do their thing, so to speak. I mean, they're just farming content, and they're just farming people in public for that content. So it's just so disrespectful. Society would be so much better without people doing this stuff for content. And that's where things stood last time I covered this story. But on May 19, 2026, Maza pled no contest to a single misdemeanor charge of battery after prosecutors agreed to drop the felony tear gas charge entirely. I have no idea why they decided to drop that charge, because the dude was so out of line.
That's crazy. They dropped that charge when he almost literally blinded a nigga, and he went after the guy and sprayed him in the face, basically. Ah, man, I'd just be surprised with all they just do in these legal proceedings.
The way he pursued the guy across the parking lot and stuck a camera into his car. When the camera was pushed away, he then sprayed him down with pepper spray. I mean, that is just so far out of line, but I guess they dropped it. And that's just a huge reduction from the original case, because he was facing 2 felony counts: aggravated assault with a lethal, deadly weapon, and unlawful use of tear gas, which together carried a potential sentence of up to 7 years in California state prison. So for anyone unfamiliar, a no contest plea basically means the guy isn't admitting to guilt outright, but he also is not fighting the charge. So for sentencing purposes, court treats it more or less the same as a guilty plea, but it does carry one advantage down the line, which we'll get into later on in this video. And while this outcome was way lighter than anyone really expected, it does get a little bit interesting, because first of all, he didn't get any additional jail time. He was accredited for the 6 days he'd already spent locked up after his arrest, and that was basically it as far as incarceration goes. And on paper, that might sound like he basically walked, but I guess the rest of the sentence tells kind of a different story, because he's now on a 1-year court probation, meaning he's not under any formal supervision, but he has to stay out of trouble and consent to being searched by police without needing probable cause for that whole year. And he also has to pay $165 to the state's victim restitution fund. And of course, he might actually owe Rubino a separate restitution once that amount gets sorted out. But there are 2 conditions that actually matter here, because now he's permanently banned from possessing pepper spray anywhere in California.
Okay.
He can't legally own a firearm for the next 10 years. So that absolutely saves every Californian from being harassed.
Okay, I thought it wasn't gonna be like no good repercussions after they just reconsidered that other one, but at least this nigga doesn't get to have the pussy mace for 10 years. At least he does. I think that this is the part where it probably cuts his content in half. He can't film somebody and then take out his pepper spray. I'm gonna spray you because I did something. He can do that. He can do that now. See, that's good. It's just like disabling these weirdos from the foot.
with this dude with pepper spray for at least 1 year. But according to the prosecutor handling this case, most people in a similar spot might have even gotten a lighter deal. But the fact that this whole thing seemed to be, I guess, out generating a reaction for social media, that made him push for an actual conviction.
Oh, wait, he can't possess a gun. So he just... all right, man. It's still good, though, at least.
And he did so specifically so the firearm ban could kick in. And he also brought up the possibility that Maza could actually end up in a real self-defense situation someday and reach for an even more dangerous weapon the same way he reached for pepper spray this time, which is apparently the exact scenario prosecutors wanted to close off. And obviously the reason this matters is beyond the obvious that the entire, I guess, frauditor business model, which is essentially the type of First Amendment auditors these guys seem to be, their model really depends on provoking someone enough that they react and then having a can of pepper spray ready to, you know, blast them if they finally do react and then they get the content they want to get. So essentially, if you take away the pepper spray, that playbook essentially...
Yeah, I've seen some of these videos. They're fucking horrible, bro. They're actually horrible. They spray women in the face. They like, even, I mean, like you approaching these guys and like okay, I would say you're approaching these guys and sometimes like normal people don't know what this is. They don't know what it is. They can't just ignore this. They just go up to this and, you know, get into an altercation. That's what these type of people want. And when it goes sideways, they try to spray you. But I just think it's just so pussy when they do this to women. It's like, come on, bro. Like you do this to get a rise out of people, and then you get mad when you start getting hit or whatever they're trying to do.
Actually stops working, and then on top of that, he can't have a firearm, so that leaves him with not too many tools in his arsenal to actually defend himself. So maybe, just maybe, he'll stop making content like this. Because at the end of the day, is it so much to ask for the right for every person to be able to leave the house and hang out in public spaces without being harassed by some sort of IRL streamer or YouTube prankster? Though he hasn't posted on YouTube in a few months, he is still very much active on other social media where he's seemingly being very annoying in public. And it's also worth pointing out that one of you guys, one of the viewers of this channel, actually went out of their way to check out this court case in person. So massive shout out to Kamikani49 for actually taking the time to go out to this trial and be the boots on the ground for us. But remember, the criminal case isn't the whole...
That's crazy. He got fans actually really helping him out with some content.
Picture here. And the civil case is what Maza should probably be way more worried about, because this could end up costing him a whole lot more money. So the first one is Paul Rubino's case, the guy he pepper sprayed. So Rubino's attorney, Andrew Waters, is also pursuing a federal civil lawsuit against Maza and 3 other creators who was with him that week. And they're seeking $3 million in damages under civil RICO, the same legal framework typically used to go after organized crime. And that case has kept moving on since we last covered it. And an amendment complaint was filed back in May. And as of the most recent court filings, an initial case management conference has been pushed all the way back to late October. So nothing's really been decided yet. It's just kind of grinding its way through the calendar like federal cases normally do. And here's where the no contest plea actually matters from the other case, because Maza didn't plead guilty outright. His plea technically can't be used directly against him to prove liability, at least not under California law or federal evidence rules. So Waters has said that he still intends to try to get a conviction in front of a jury anyway, as he's also gone on record calling the criminal sentence a pretty light outcome given what he describes a broader pattern of, you know, behavior from the group, adding that neither he nor his client...
Damn, these niggas going around, moving around as like a gang, trying to go around farming content for like, you know, normal ass Joes. Like, I have never seen this in like real life. I only seen it on the internet. But yeah, I don't get rage baited by like people, you know, filming. That's just not me to just, you know, get rage baited that quick, because I know what they're trying to do. I'm like well informed. Reaction videos really kind of keep me well informed about all this stuff, because sometimes like I just be reacting to a lot of shit. I just be throwing up to see what clicks, and people request some type of stuff. Yeah, but I can't get easily rage baited about a lot of shit, because I know about a lot of stuff that's just like, you know, normal people wouldn't know about. So this shit wouldn't work on me.
Were given a heads up before the plea deal was finished. And then there's Troyan, because Maza wasn't the only Richard in this group. You have Richard Troyan, the Canadian content creator behind the True North conspiracy. He was traveling with Maza's crew that same week. And the day after the Costco incident, while Maza was literally still sitting in jail, Troyan was filmed pepper spraying a completely different man outside of Ace Hardware in Menlo Park. What is wrong with these people? Why do...
So you don't learn from your homie that's sitting in jail. You literally go ahead and pepper spray another guy. What the fuck, bro? Your first intent was, I should lay low. I should lay low for a while and just not do this. But just to spray another guy.
They do this. Like, imagine being so pathetic in life that you have to run around and harass innocent bystanders in public and get them to finally react. And when they do react, you pepper spray them down for your own content. I mean, this is just a next level of being pathetic. So now Troyan is also facing 2 felony charges of his own. And what's interesting though is how prosecutors reportedly understood what happened. So they looked at what the alleged victim actually said in the moment, something along the lines of threatening to retaliate if Troyan sprayed him, and concluded that a conditional threat like that didn't justify Troyan spraying him first. Basically, and thankfully, they reasoned that saying, if you spray me, I'll punch you, isn't the same thing as saying, I'm going to punch you. And they're actually moving towards something in a way that could be justified as a claim for.
That proves that they really hate these niggas, and that proves that they know what their content is all about. It's really good that they have people that prosecutors like this just find another way to get these niggas up off the street.
Self-defense for the person who punched him. And a judge has also since signed off on an arrest warrant for Troyan. But the problem is that Troyan lives in Ontario, Canada, and actually enforcing that warrant, that's going to be a whole lot messier than just arresting someone who's already local. I mean, at the end of the day, these guys are just cowards and parasites to our communities. But as I mentioned in my last video about these guys, Andrew Waters also filed a separate personal lawsuit of his own, specifically against Troyan. And that case actually hit a wall early on, because back in April, the court denied Waters' request for an emergency restraining order against Troyan, ruling that he hadn't shown any immediate danger warranting such an urgent order. In quote, it says, plaintiff has not demonstrated the likelihood nor imminency of an irreparable harm that will result if an injunction is not issued. Plaintiff has not provided any reason for why there is an imminent risk of defendant who lives in Canada contacting or coming near plaintiff again for the foregoing reasons. Plaintiff's ex parte motion for a TRO is denied. So losing that specific fight didn't really kill the underlying lawsuit. The case is still active and now is headed towards its own case management conference. And that is currently scheduled for September 1st. So since all of this went public, there's been a decent amount of chatter online about this case, most of it focused on one specific detail. Since his arrest, roughly half of the 246 Maza videos on YouTube have quietly disappeared from his channel. So here you have from my video, you can see there's 246 videos, and here's from now. Where did
Oh, he's trying to like scrub all the evidence, all the stuff he's been doing in these videos. Basically, these people just really trying to get off the streets, bro, and just clean up their act for, because these prosecutors are going to be looking for evidence of him doing this. And he think just because this is going to be he think just because this is going to be something he's scrubbing doesn't mean they're going to find countless videos of him doing this shit. And honestly, this guy is really dumb. If he truly believed that he's not in the wrong and doing something like he's not really doing something and he's expressing his freedom, he wouldn't be deleting videos.
they go. And a fair number of people have pointed out that scrubbing that much of your own content right after getting arrested, that's not really a move that you would expect from someone who genuinely believes that everything they did was good and clear. So I don't know. Who knows? The dude might be on some borrowed time when it comes to that civil lawsuit. I think odds are he might end up owing this guy quite a bit of money. But regardless, Maza's out. He's out on probation and he can't use pepper spray and he's banned from owning a firearm for a decade. Troyan is still facing felony charges with an active warrant out for his arrest, but he's in Canada. And extradition on that case, yeah, that one's going to be
Oh my gosh. Hey, at least because bro, this ending kind of made me satisfied and really happy. He's literally banned from owning a firearm. He's literally banned from having pepper spray right now. At least this kind of puts an end to his little bullshit ass videos. And he has a civil lawsuit coming, bro. I don't know what if it'll take some time to get through the damn courts, but like if that shit goes through, this nigga is screwed. And then I hope this sends an example to all these First Amendment auditors, whatever that bullshit is, doing this type of shit, bro. Like I said, I really hate seeing those videos, and I really hate seeing them fucking with like regular ass people, bro, because they're just essentially just doing this for content, bro. Like I said, I have literally severely stopped being entertained by that bullshit once you just see like they're just truly just messing with normal people. But hey, let me know what you guys think of this case below, bro, because let me know if you guys see First Amendment auditors, or if you like First Amendment auditors, or if you just think it was wrong. Let me know below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Go watch Atozi's original video below, and we are on the road to 900. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
He was the best guy around. What about the people he murdered? What murder?